those particular segments, ticketing, seating, location, nature, start time, or anything of that sort. Again, there will be a question and answer period and a conclusion. At 10:50 will be a very interesting segment because then we will discuss the Family Island Junkanoo development, where Mrs. Monique Leary from the Grand Bahama Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, Mr. Phil Cox from the Inagua Association of Junkanoo, and Brian Clare from Andros will be the panelists who will discuss the particular Junkanoo segments on their respective islands. And this is also an opportunity for the other islands of the Bahamas to disclose whatever is going on their islands and for us to understand and perhaps come with a conclusion of how best we can help assist, which I know our friends from Long Island are eager to explain. The next segment will be the Parade Management Part 2, current landscape and opportunities with respect to junkanooing, the judging, the marshalling, and the rules. We anticipate that that will be a very lively and informative segment. And so it will be, the three panelists will be Ellery DeRoe, who is our junkanoo coordinator in the Ministry of Youth, followed by Rory Saunders, who is the Junkanoo Corporation Rules Committee Chair, followed by Vernon Rule, who is the National Junkanoo Committee's Parade Management Chair. So, and then there will be breakout sessions as well for the family islands, because they are also a part of this segment with respect to rules and marshalling, where we understood from past administrations of the issues that occurred in the past. So it's our best to do now to find ways to mitigate those concurrent problems. After that segment, we will break for lunch National Cultural Exchange segment, where we have an officer of the Ministry of Youth, Sports and discuss about the international cultural exchanges, as the minister alluded to, where Junkanoos travel the world to exhibit our Junkanoo in the best way we know how. Followed by Angelique McKay, who is the founding member and CEO of the Junkanoo Commandos, and our own very own Quentin Barabbas Woodside from Barabbas and the Tribe, and any other affiliates that are involved with the international segment of the cultural exchange of Junkanoo. The Prime Minister had indicated when he met with all of us that we as Junkanoos needed to make certain that we understood the importance of the revitalization of Junkanoo, whether we wanted it to be a national or an international event. And in that aspect, the multi-purpose Junkanoo facilities, as the Minister alluded to a few moments ago, will be discussed in its totality, where Minister Quintard and Leslie Johnson, who assisted the Ministry with the outline of the architectural designs for the multi-purpose shacks, will be disclosing and explaining the purpose of those particular ventures. And then at the end of the day, we will have a wrap-up session where we will go over briefly all of the segments that have been discussed during the day to ensure that we caught the notes, understood the issues, and tried to formulate some plans to mitigate the recurring problems. We have a plenary session at the end of that where the decision or a somewhat constitute review of the entire day will be had. And then that will be the conclusion of our day at 5 p.m. And there will be an evaluation sheet for every attendee to then submit your thoughts, your views, your concerns, your recommendations, your input for every segment and how best we'll move forward. And so before we now, I now turn it over to the chair of the Junkanoo Corporation of Providence Limited, and having heard what the proposed segments are for Friday, tomorrow, are there any questions? Great. Philbert Ferguson, chairman of the Junkanoo Corporation of Providence Limited.
Good evening. Protocol having been established. Thank you, Ms. O'Brien. Just very proud to see so many of you here this evening as we are or attempt to Junkanoo the way forward 2018. Our session on Saturday morning begins at 8:30. Pastor Denzel Road. Did you say that? Is he going? Good. Pastor Denzel Road will be the facilitator with myself on Saturday morning. Promptly at 8:30. We ask you to be on time for this session because you're going to have one of the most important sessions that Junkanoos really don't pay attention to, but it's so important to you, which is the health, wellness, and safety. Okay, that session will be, the presenter will be Dr. Dwight Marshall. We ask you to please be here to understand the concerns about your body and your health before these parades. At 9:20, we will have the conclusion. At 9:30, very important session for all of Junkanoo, which is the cost of Junkanoo and the opportunities for funding. As you heard Ms. O'Brien mention, the Prime Minister's question with regards to national and international. This is a golden opportunity for us on Saturday morning for all of us to understand the cost of making that dream come true. Okay, it's very expensive, and we all need to take part in that. The question and answer period will take place at 10:40. We will then have the conclusion of that session at 11:55. Lunch will be served at 12 noon, and at 1 p.m. we will come back, and Mr. Ellery DeVoe will be the facilitator for session 3 on Saturday. At 1:10, we have education and Junkanoo in the classroom. This is very important to those of you who are involved in the landscape of junior Junkanoo. Please be here to get a bit of this. The presenter will be Ms. Arlene Nash Ferguson, and you will have an opportunity to hear a lot about the dreams of junior Junkanoo and education in the classroom when it comes to Junkanoo. Question and answer at 1:40. We'll have the conclusion of that session at 1:50. At 1:55, session 4 on Saturday, we will then have the junior Junkanoo, which I think is important to a lot of you as well. The panelists for the junior Junkanoo will be Mr. Percy Waller-Francis, consultant in the ministry, Ms. Monique Leary, Grand Bahama, Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, Mr. John Butler, Eleuthera, Mr. Keith Clinton, Saul, representatives from the National Junkanoo Committee, the Ministry of Education. We have breakout sessions at 2:30, and then we have a conclusion at 3:15. At 3:20, we have session 5, which is something that has just been brought up by the minister regarding the National Junkanoo Festival. We would hope that everybody is here to get a taste of how we will proceed moving forward with that. We will have the presenters for that, members of the National Junkanoo Committee, Junkanoo Corporation, and the ministry. And then we will have the question and answer at 4:20. We will conclude. And then we have the wrap up and closing on Saturday evening at 4:30. At 5 o'clock, we will have the overall wrap-up of the conclave and all of the takeaways that we got during the 48 hours. And then we will conclude at 5:30 on day 2. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes Saturday. And if any of you didn't hear anything we ought to be discussing on the second day, you are free to let us know. No comments?
Tomorrow?
Saturday. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Just wanted to be clear. You're talking about health and wellness. Is there any indication that you'll also touch on insurance for a lot of these Junkanoos? Because again, you're out there, you're performing, but again, if you drop down,
Yes,
your
ma'am.
families have to foot the bill. So could that be included in your segment as well?
I think that is going to be included in that segment. Any other questions? Thank you so much. Yeah, that's all right.
I don't know, I ain't scared to talk.
You want the mic, sir?
You was talking about expenses to Junkanoo, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but we started from back in the 70s, 60s, we started with the newspaper and politics. What I say, the family items, right? The primary school. Bring the newspaper and sponge, and you say it costs less, right? It costs plenty of money, and it costs no money. They throw the newspaper, they throw the garbage, they cut it up, and ship it on the front. Let them start from grade 2, grade 1, and put the sponge on it, put the flower pot, and they can start from there. And then they get by 10, they'll be eating the clay paper and put the beads on, put it on. That's when God is out, you say, God knows money. That's right, bring it down, bring the expense down. There's these shows once in a while, the newspaper, put it right there, cut it up, clay paper. They can teach, we start to teach that. And they will, you will see the difference. You say you want start from primary school. I talk from primary school, and by the time they get to high school, they'll be pasting their crepe paper. They don't use it up. Get the scissors, and newspaper, the sponge, stick it right there between. Put the sponge between the newspaper and do the signs, and put the beads on it, and that's it. And you'll make a.
Wasn't that a classic?
People, if you're watching, please share the video. If you're watching, Junkanoo Rush, please share the video. Folks, this is going to be hot.
That kind of healthy back and forth is going to help us this week, this weekend.
Come on, let's give Mr. Ferguson a big hand.
Let's go. Folks, if you're watching, go ahead and share the video. Share the video, please.
Okay. Somebody with a hand up, please use the setup mic so we can use that as a focus. If you have something to say, go right to the microphone there, please, and make your comments. Just line up behind him, those who want to make comments.
Okay.
So we start the line and get the show on the road. Now, what we'd like to do is limit all comments. Please hold on. All comments to 1.5 to 2 maximum. I don't want to cut you off. But 1.5, I'll be looking at your hand. Please identify yourself and please make your comment.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
I'm Sam Leonard from Bahamas Love and Care Association. I'm a community activist in this country. It is something I was watching a long time in Junkanoo. I leave it all of my track and Pancho Reming, everybody in the area of putting a program together for you all, a fundraising program. The fundraising will be an outstanding track and field meet. All of the Junkanoos, you'll get all the groups together, you sit around the table, get a sponsor and everything, and we can have a big track meet in this country for Junkanoo Classics and track and field. I'm asking y'all to hold our hands. They tell me to come tonight, talk about it, and we're going to meet with y'all, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to organize it and get it together. That's how you go to Bay Street, you'll come down to see the meets. All people from the Palmy Islands groups will come down.
Hey, my name is Mr. Jason Long Island.
What is it, Jason?
You need to see.
Okay, before you go, Jason, hold it.
That's a great idea, and if that's something that we can speak to you about after the conclave to organize, because we have a lot of people that are interested in something like that, but that's something that's been proposed already. We're looking at acting on that. Thanks.
Thank you, Doc. Go ahead, James.
Okay, Mr. Dave, I know you rough for the Saxons. I rough for the Blues. There's no one can touch me on basic with the Rockets. I was the best of the best. I moved from Long Island 5 years ago. I know you don't see me around. And I been home 5 years ago. And I been to Long Island. The first time I ever see Christmas lights on Long Island pole. I saw that. And I was sitting right on the side street, Christmas lights on the pole. And I say, you know, Junkanoo. And me and my 3 friends, 4 put together 5 gallon buckets of salt. And we put the music together. 3 days we had Ross Boxing Day in Long Island. I don't know if you see it on Facebook. And New Year's we put on a big group. We put it together and we bring out Kendrick North, Mr. Kendrick North there. And we put a big group together in Long Island. And we started out Boxing Day with 15 people. When we come New Year's, we had about almost 50. And we need help. We need assistance there. So that's what I come to Long Island for. So why? Okay, we have a regatta every year right in Long Island. I talk the talk show. If we get a big group, what it costs to sponsor big, because I say groups, one family, they can get together, they can come and do a performance, just do a big parade. What it costs for them to come here, to pay the trip, they don't have to pay for no kingdom that they want to go there. They can do a cultural thing for the islands. All islands, not only Long Island, Crooked Island, all the islands, they left the whole island. So we of the islands can come together, we can go to Auckland, tourism can do that, sport can do that. It's right now, there's no jobs. So if you want to do something, somebody I can tell you that's what it is. But I can we get the group coming right here after Christmas, Long Island, and we got it. We get a group coming, that's me and Mr. Kendrick North. We can put it together. All we need is sponsors. We need help. We can do it. The private schools are the way. We got a talent, but there's no one of them. There's no one to help. That's my issue.
Okay. Chairman of the LJC, I think we have a workshop in Long Island.
Yes, my God.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Edward Russell. I work in the occupational therapy department at the San Luis Rehabilitation Center. So occupational therapy is essentially helping people to become independent. And last year we started a patient Junkanoo dance group. And culture is also used as a part of helping patients to be more integrated into society, integrated into what it is that we all experience, because we don't think that, most of the times they don't think that they deserve it. And so we try to bring it to them. The question I wanted to ask is, are there any segments that's going to be discussed over the next few days that would kind of help direct us or help us in a way to get more Junkanoo involved? Not even for us at San Luis Rehabilitation, but for also civic groups. Is there any segment that could be useful for that sort of exchange, or open it up for that sort of exchange?
Kristen?
Good evening, Krishna O'Brien again. Yes, on Saturday, the segment with respect to health, wellness, and safety. Health, wellness, and safety. There are clauses that are in that, is my understanding, which will speak to the point of the civic participation from a health and wellness perspective, because after all, it is our duty to ensure that we give back to our community and giving back in other ways, not just.
That one of those closed sessions, or is that something that someone like me could attend?
It's a plenary session, and I think, 1 second. Yes, you'd be invited to attend on Saturday morning. So you could come for the early morning session, and then you'd be able to voice your concerns and provide your feedback as well. But it is my understanding that is a part of the health and wellness segment of the conference.
extend assistance to them as a part of that program.
Comment on that as well, Edwin. I think that you should attend the session 5, 3:20 on Saturday, the National Junkanoo Festival. Opportunities for expansion. I believe that's relevant to that conversation.
My name is Kenneth Young, and hopefully I'm not a stranger to Junkanoo, as I consider myself being a Junkanoo, photographers and videographers, and somebody who's in the way of Junkanoo. You know, trying to make some suggestions for the improvement of Junkanoo for many years, and hopefully this is an opportunity that we might be able to share some of those ideas with you all. Unfortunately, I'm only just finding out about this whole conclave as of yesterday. I've talked to several Junkanooers who know nothing about the conclave. So we need to get to the point where we can get the information out to the public on the whole about what we're doing so that we can get greater participation. You know, Junkanoo is a visual art as much as it is an audio art, where the combination of both the visual and the audio makes Junkanoo what it is. This is something that I believe that we don't even have to have a discussion about whether this is supposed to be international or not. And for those of you who do not know, back I think in 2013, the US Today magazine did a worldwide survey about what was the best festival in this region. And the results was by far that Junkanoo was the #1 with a distant Trinidad. The following year, we came up and invested more in Trinidad, being an imitator of Trinidad than being an innovator of Junkanoo. Because this is us. And until we get to start loving ourselves and investing in ourselves, ain't nothing ever is going to happen more than what we have been doing. So we are indeed international. We just need to convince ourselves that we could be even further ahead with the rest of the world for any kind of festival. There and just about Boxing Day and New Year's Day is not sufficient. Junkanooers need to make a living from Junkanoo 365 days of the year. We have made a proposal to the National Development Plan where we propose that instead of investing $25 million in somebody else's culture, we could have taken that and we could have developed 3, possibly 4 villages in different areas, in particular like the Foxhill area, the Baytown area, the Engleson area, and also have a collective Junkanoo village in the Glacier Road area, where people who come to this country year-round can get a feel of Junkanoo. We could, in each one of these villages, we could have a parade once a week for a month, where if a tourist comes on a cruise ship on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, they can come and experience the Junkanoo, because we have never been doing no promotion for Junkanoo for the last 40 years that I know that I've been photographing Junkanoo. You don't promote Junkanoo 1 or 2 weeks before the parade. The tourists who comes here in January, February, March, April, May, June need to see and know about Junkanoo so that they can make it a point to come back to the Bahamas during those periods of time. You know, as far as like the parade, I think we need to seriously look at the timing a little bit better. I know, and this is my personal thing, Junkanoo is not a daytime parade.
That's right.
We need to get the parade completed before the sun rises. And so my suggestion is a 7 to 7.
If you're watching, please share the video. This is Risha in Junkanoo. Go ahead and share the videos. Stagger Lee, Cherise, Baseball Ashley, go ahead and share the videos.
Start at 8 o'clock in the evening and be completed by 8 o'clock at night. And that, I'm sure
And
for
morning.
Junkanoos, carrying their costumes in that hot sun can't be easy. But anyhow, I can try to be as brief as I possibly can. Just allow me to, and I have told them, but that's what we got tomorrow. Again, that position of Junkanoo being international. This idea, we've talked about this for years. In the United States, their car licenses are not in the front of the vehicle, it's behind. And if we talking about, for me now, this is personal. For photographing Junkanoo, and you get this big number plate in front of the costume, that destroys the beauty of the costume. And if we talk about taking these photographs that we can use for postcards to become international and to sell it international for the people who come here, that they can see what Junkanoo look like, even if it's just on one photograph. Please, like the vehicles in the United States, if the police wants to find you, he'll look in the back. If the judges want to find out what number that costume is, they should look in the back. And if they look in the back, that means they're really judging properly.
Yes, sir.
So let me leave that alone. The lighting in Boston Square is gross. It's gross. It does not, and the videographers have to tell you, it is difficult to photograph the large groups because the lights is killing you. If you go to a play and the lights don't shine in the front faces of the people who is looking at the play on the stage. The lights is concentrated on the stage, and you have backlighting. But the backlighting is soft, so it doesn't distract the viewing. Because when Junkanoo is over, on the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th of January, how do we show the world that Junkanoo took place? It's through the videographers and the photographers. And if we can't get cooperation, Mr. Davis, we've done this for 4 years straight, dealing with BEC and trying to get them to adjust the lights properly so that we can record this, because in the end, our history is today. We can't just look at it because we keep putting it from 1 year, or we do next year. And then the next year they say, well, no, we can do it next year. And the next year is 4 years back to back, we talk about making adjustments, proper lighting for the Junkanoo. So again, like I say, I will try to, if I can get a schedule to see when I can fit in to come in tomorrow and Saturday. I would love to be here as much as possible, because I say I got a lot more to do. But I apologize for taking the time.
Good evening. It's a very, very sad day in Grand Bahama for Junkanoo. I'm speaking from a personal experience.
Say your name, please.
My name is Anthony Taylor.
AKA.
AKA Bumblebee. To the panels, I just want to say that it's so sad that the groups in Grand Bahama
spend thousands of dollars to parade. They rush you off the road. The group somehow about last parade, they ran us off the road, actually. Under half hour piece off on the first lap. I can attest to that. Now, two I have a concern about Grandmama is that we have a different category in Junkanoo. Choreograph gets $500 first place. $500 first place. You spend about $10,000 to put 20, 30, 40 girls together to parade, and you get 5 mangy, skingy $500. That's a shame. That's a shame, and it's bad. First place. I rush. I'm a member of Platinum Night Grandmama, the best group with Grandmamas so far. Our leader, we have the youngest leader in the Bahamas, Thomas Curry. He's sitting right over there. Almost dressed like me, but don't look like me. We carry home for first place under $15,000 to win every category in Grand Bahama. That's a slap in our face. That's a shame. And y'all talking about improving Junkanoo in this country? Improve Grand Bahama. Grand Bahama needs some money. The economy is bad. We have 2 leaders for the Junkanoo groups here tonight. Rockers, who came second. We beat them by about 2,000 points. but we all in the boat together. But Minister, you from Grand Bahama, and I know you. You love Grand Bahama. Please, sir, I beg you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Please help us in Grand Bahama, my God. Please, I beg you. Please, sir. Say yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Good night, everybody. My name is Quentin Barabbas Woodside. First, I'd like to thank the minister for bringing all us together. We should give him a round of applause. Because, you know, ain't no promise he can sit in that chair for the next 5 years, next 10 years. So he brought us together to bring this vision, which we have. Minister, I am truly grateful for this night. This is overdue to us. So hats off to you, sir. Your panel as well, they're doing an excellent job. You know, I'm not going to be long and get straight to the point. We have Bahamians all over the world doing a great job representing this country. To bring tourists here. We have so many Junkanoo groups in Florida promoting this country and not getting the assistance. We doing likewise and not getting assistance. And Mr. Minister, I'm glad for us to get together. And I want you all to look in the mirror. It's not the minister, you know. It's us who ain't getting together. We, as a people, let people do what we want to be done for us. Y'all talk about carnival and they ain't do nothing, and it's gonna happen again. Cut me, I ain't be too long. It's gonna happen again. Anytime we got Fox Hill, they have Soldier Road, every Junkanoo group we need to get together to help one another. I have a museum, and enjoy that museum better than any one of y'all sitting here in this room tonight. I guarantee, 10 of y'all, lift your hand over here in that museum. 10. All right, then it's shame. All right, the first thing, our another beautiful museum. 10 of y'all lift your hands up over there. But now you see what I'm talking about? We need to support us.
Yes, sir.
We need to support us. So, you know, like I say, hats off again, sir. And I think we're going down the right road, especially in the panel there. Hats off to you. I truly could sleep now because I see some tunnel. Our tunnel is getting clear. Thank you.
Good night, everyone. I'd like to reiterate with some points that he said. I'll get there. My name is Casey Wallace Whitfield. I wanted to thank the minister and others for putting this panel together. Among other things, I am some would say a young Bahamian artist. So in the last few years, they had the Junkanoo Carnival Junkanoo Song Competition. I didn't bite that apple. But what I'm really wondering is there any consideration being given to in having a song competition, a part of the Junkanoo Festival, and whether or not there would be any, because like the Junkanoo Carnival, they got various lucrative prizes, contracts, among other things that would encourage people to get into that particular type of music. So I'm just wondering whether or not that's something on the table going forward. Thank you very much.
So with respect, just one moment please, with respect to the song competition, yes, we will have a song competition. I mean, we think it would be an exciting thing if the bulk, not all, but the bulk of the songs that the groups are using in the major parades, if those songs came out of that song competition. And we assure you, this year, 2018, the prize would be an extremely attractive prize. The argument I remember making more than 8 months ago was that those folks who won, it had nothing to do, in my view, with that cultural form. It had to do with the... So if you took any musical form and you offer attractive prizes and you have a proper organization of that song competition, you're going to have overwhelming response this year to make sure that we have the song competition. Secondly, there's been several groups attempting to do very comprehensive documentary on Junkanoo. And I know I see a couple persons in the room who have started that project. Some of them are Bahamian and some of them are international. I think it is important, I think, that we jump off on that project. We are now having several discussions going on. One is with one of the major networks in the US to provide content. A lot of the networks would carry the content if we produce something that's extremely attractive, very informative, but most importantly, extremely entertaining as it relates to Junkanoo. And so that is another project that is presently being negotiated so that we're able to get our content in major networks in the United States.
Thank you, Mr.
Sorry, and if I may, to Mr. Wallace Whitfield, so that you are aware, don't forget, on Saturday, the session with respect to the National Junkanoo Festival will be discussed. And so we'd like to hear views, to see if you have any good suggestions, that we can compile a list and you can assist us with that. So you're invited to that.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator, and good evening to all, lovely panel. I just wanted to, in the event I don't have an opportunity on Friday, Saturday to attend, I just wanted to perhaps mention a few things, perhaps even recommendations and suggestions for some critical areas of Junkanoo. And I would start off by talking about the state of affairs of Junior Junkanoo. I know we have a session on Saturday on Junior Junkanoo, but I've looked at Junior Junkanoo for a very, very, very long time. And I've kind of taken on a very personal view with respect to where Junior Junkanoo is, or certainly where Junkanoo is with young people. And if we classify that as Junior Junkanoo, that's fine. And here's what I'm suggesting. I looked at it, I said to myself, 50, 60 years ago, I watched Junior Junkanoo as a Junior Junkanoo, 50, 60 years ago. Sadly, the state and the quality of what I would have produced 50, 60 years ago exceeds what's being produced today. I agree. One of my main concerns as far as Junkanoo is concerned is the preservation of Junkanoo. And I can think of no better platform for the preservation of Junkanoo than the Junior Junkanoo program that we currently have. And expanding that to the point where it takes on its own identity. It's no longer attached to the Christmas season. It's no longer attached to Senior Junkanoo. It has its own program where it can flourish. It can be identified as a separate entity other than Senior Junkanoo. And I also thought about perhaps things like, not necessarily a drawing, but you could
recruit some senior Junkanoos who've been around the block a few times, who would be prepared to give their time, who would be prepared to give their knowledge and their own vision and technology, bring that together and have that perhaps form a think tank for not only the development and the vision for junior jumpers, but perhaps even an academy of sort to ensure that it's. See, I think, unless I'm wrong, I think the major concern amongst all of us is what's going to happen when we're all gone, when we're no longer on the scene? What's going to happen to our craft, our passion all these years? What are we going to be saying? What are we going to be saying? What will people be saying maybe next 50, 70 years, 100 years from now? We would actually would have been gone. Others would replace us. But what about the craft? Will it sustain itself? Will we have the same level of craftsmanship? Will it be considered unique amongst the world's greatest craftsmen and artisans? So I'm saying, this is my seed. I'm so united. Perhaps we can think about it. Perhaps it has some merit to it. Where we can actually, on Saturday at the Junior Junkanoo session, is to approach it with a very open mind and allow persons to express themselves freely. Because I can tell you, after I saw Junior Junkanoo, I think this past weekend, coming from a family island, I was very disappointed. I mean, extremely disappointed that at this stage of the game in 2018, having done Junkanoo for the past 70 years in what we call modern Junkanoo, that we're still dealing with Junkanoo at such a almost like we're handling like loose change, and so that's one of my main concerns. My second concern is the expansion of Junkanoo period. I just mentioned Junior Junkanoo, and the next thing is an opportunity for it comes in the summertime, and I can tell you, lots of Bahamians go to it. I enjoyed my month on our key, and I thought it was a great exposition of Junkanoo. That's an opportunity for Junior Junkanoo to be exposed as well, and to be the pinnacle, or maybe the culmination of the parade, or whatever kids Junkanoo looks like, could culminate with the Junkanoo Summer Festival. Now, I could say something maybe a little controversial here. We have two parades currently, which we've carried on for many, many years. I'd say the past 70 years. We've got two parades. We've got Boxing Day and New Year's. Now here's what's happening. I just mentioned Junior Junkanoo. We got A category, B category in each parade, in both parades. Perhaps, again, it's just a recommendation. Perhaps we could consider separating the B's from the A's. The reason why I'm saying this is because I looked at the A's, and the A's we got 7 A's, I think. There's 7 A's. Sometimes you only have 5 on the parade. Well, the point is, the A's are in trouble. When you really think of it, the A's are in trouble. We got, I think our B categories are in the teens. I think we got about 16, 17 B's. And some of those are in trouble because there's no feeding system. If we're able to separate the A's from the B's, it gives the B's an opportunity to improve their craft, to have input from others, and they have the opportunity to shine and improve their own product. The A's will have the opportunity to do what they always do, but by the same token, the A's themselves now have a feeder system. We've got a Junior Junkanoo program that's now going to be going forward and expanding and improving and going to the next level, so that the A categories and the B categories now have a feeder system. The B's benefit, the A's benefit, and we're beginning to carry on Junkanoo to a higher level in terms of participation, product level, and giving the Bahamian community a more comprehensive type of Junkanoo presentation. Now, those are just some of my recommendations. I got about 6 more, but I know I got over that one. I would suggest that as we go into the weekend, again, that we take the opportunity to keep it open for Junkanoo, to feel as though we don't want to lose Junkanoo to other cultures. We want Junkanoo to be ours forever, so that we can stand out as being unique and one of a kind in the world. And that's my conclusion.
Thank you. One second.
Excuse me, the gentleman who just spoke up. He's returned to us. Miss Hannah is just in the back of the room. Miss Hamilton is. Miss Hamilton, could you just raise your hand? Yes. Can you provide her with the additional suggestions, please, on your list?
I have a list of additional suggestions. I have additional suggestions, but I don't know.
On Saturday, particularly on the comment sheet, there's an area for recommendations.
One second. Just to respond to the gentleman. Just to respond to his points, some of your concerns, we at the National Junkanoo Committee, we've already engaged a lot of the principals at some of the schools, and going forward, a lot of these things that you spoke about, we're taking into consideration coming up this year. So the ball's already in motion as it relates to a lot of things that you're talking about. And like Melissa said, a lot of the suggestions we didn't hear. We would like to hear during the Jewish Junkanoo discussion, so we can, really get your perspective as well as the perspective of others as it relates to Jewish Junkanoo, because we want to improve it as well.
Your name?
Good evening, Nathaniel Melby. I have 2 questions and a comment. I know we're here all at this Junkanoo Conclave. I don't want it just to be a formality or whatever said and fall on their affairs, because everybody in the Junkanoo community or the Junkanoo world or the entity is looking for something different, and we're looking for changes that are going to carry us into the future. So I implore anyone who's a decision maker to please don't let it fall on their affairs, not just to say, okay, I had a conclave and that's it. My first question is, with the most impressionable age in life being from 0 to 18, which constitutes the preschool, primary, and high school age, why is Junkanoo not a core curriculum in the Bahamas education system? And my second question is, with funding always being an issue and groups being given seed monies to bring a group to Bay Street, what are the penalties or recourse taken to a group that does not reproduce or bring a group to the parade after being given funding? And why do we continue to fund these entities?
Mr. Melody, in response to your first question, on Saturday at 1 p.m., will be our education and the Junkanoo curriculum in the classroom. And the actual presenter for that is Mrs. Arlene Nash Ferguson. And you're invited to that. If you have any suggestions, comments, recommendations, we'd like to hear it, because we do agree, and we sincerely agree that there should be some curriculum in the classroom. As it relates to your second question, we will take that. That is a hot button issue that has been permeating for a while as it relates to affording a seed and not presenting themselves to parade along the parade route. So we hear your point, but that is something that will be discussed during the conference. Sorry.
I would like to respond also to your question.
John, I beat you right up.
I would like to respond also to your first question with regards to the curriculum. We are actually currently in conversation with the Ministry of Education to implement this curriculum. We're looking at it holistically, so not only would it be a Junkanoo curriculum, but it would be a culture curriculum. And people like Mrs. Arlene Nash Ferguson have syllabus. They have created these these templates for us to use, and we have many Bahamians who have contributions to this curriculum, and so that is currently being developed and will be discussed on Saturday.
Also, good night everybody, by the way, my name is Ellery DeVoe. Yes, that conversation came up many times. Now, this year, speaking with the minister, we have a policy that we're going to follow, because we know this was a challenge for some time now, and everyone wants this to stop. It stopped for the past two years that I came in, and like what the minister said, he wants to put a policy down, and this is not going to be a slap on the wrist and you walk away with the government's money. So we are going to address that in the Saturday at the 9:30 session.
But just to help you out in case you didn't make it, those groups that got funding and have no legitimate reason why they didn't make it to Bay Street, a letter should have already gone out from the Culture Department that you released a letter requesting they return the funding. That's what the situation is. We are expecting them to return the funding. If there is some unusual circumstance that we contributed to, or some natural disaster, it has to be something substantial. We can take that into consideration in terms of what portion of those funds come back. But certainly, if you miss 2 parades, whatever those circumstances were that affected you on Boxing Day, we would find it almost inconceivable that also affected you in New Year's. That would explain why you missed 2 parades. So we're expecting the government money back.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Moderator, and to the panel. My name is Junior Russell. I pasted dice for the Valley Boys in 1962. I used to be a drummer with the Valley Boys. I've been gone for a very long time. I just returned home almost a year, and I love Junkanoo more than I can tell you. That's my old neighbor. I have a couple of concerns I just want to articulate, and I'm encouraged by what I see here tonight, because one could easily assume that the amount of time and attention to Junkanoo that you've expressed, one can assume that you have the will, desire, and the mettle to deal with it. And to this I say thank you very much. Junkanoo, first of all, is a powerful vehicle, and I'm excited to hear that it's going to go into the curriculum. I want to just offer the suggestion, if it hasn't been offered as yet, that Junkanoo is a very powerful vehicle that warrants a more robust study and attention. Here's what I mean. It's also not just a cultural phenomenon. Junkanoo is a powerful tool to teach leadership development. I'm amazed by the degree of project management that's involved in every Junkanoo group, and the levels to which many kids even become to understand how things work. So I thank you for that support, but I don't want that to go unnoticed. That a lot of young people learn a lot of things about not just project management, but the way things work. And it's a socially cohesive vehicle, I say. It brings people together, and it's very positive. It's far beyond culture. It's economic, it's social, it's even spiritual. I'm a pastor, and I work with a group. I was going to rush this Christmas, but I'm almost 65, and I still like to be drunk. That's not a problem. But the joy was just being with kids and being able to explain to kids simple things, being able to pray with kids. So please, Junkanoo is far more than just culture. Junkanoo is really a gift, I think, to the Bahamian people that can teach Bahamian children far more than what the schools are teaching already. Another thing I've noticed over the 24 years that I've been gone, every year I come home and I bring a bunch of folk. By God's grace, I've been one of those Bahamians who rushed in Memphis, Tennessee when they wanted to highlight the Bahamas, and it was during election time and nobody was willing to leave Nassau to come to Memphis to rush. And so me and my boys and some friends, even some Americans, we were rushing representing Junkanoo. But I hope that at the end of this conclave, y'all can come up with ways and means to include people to participate in the Junkanoo Parade. I don't like to watch Junkanoo. I like to rush. And I'll be 80 years old and will not like to watch Junkanoo. I would rather participate in Junkanoo. And I've lived in 3 major cities in the United States, and I talk with thousands of people. People would love to come to Nassau and to maybe even buy a little shoulder piece, but just to get on the street to participate in Junkanoo, not to just say I saw it, but to say I actually did it. So obviously cost is a problem for Junkanoo. 2 parades, Christmas and New Year. Obviously it's a cost problem. It's a cost problem. So why not have one big major parade and have a week of activities where returning residents, tourists and visitors can participate and really have a Junkanoo experience. And on that note, hurricane comes, mashes up the Bahamas, but literally destroys our tourist competition in the south. And I've been blown away by the amount of ships that come into our harbor every week. We have Junkanoo to offer. Why not have more participatory Junkanoo events? And possibly charge people to come on Bay Street, let's say $2 a head to come on Bay Street, and then have young people produce costumes where tourists could maybe rent them for like $20 or $30, and all you're doing is piling up money, but you're also involving a lot of students who can't read well, who can't perform well in class, but have great artistic abilities and great entrepreneurial skills. And then we have this funding for Junkanoo. So that's my 2 cents. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.